Greetings from Indonesia. I'm in Jakarta at the moment on my way to Bali. But since I haven't posted in nearly 2 weeks, I'm going to start right at the beginning. After returning from the Maldives, I decided to go to Langebaan in the west coast and spend some time with friends of mine. It was so good just to spend some time there and catch up with them. And it was during this time that I decided that Bali would be my next destination. I've always dreamed of living in Bali and experiencing life there, and I'm so happy that I'm finally doing that. So in this vlog, I'll be explaining everything that I had to do, the requirements needed to get to Bali. It's quite a mission at this stage, but it's completely doable. So I will be going through all the information that is needed for you to get to Bali. I started my journey to Indonesia a few days ago back in Cape Town.
I took Yaku and Yandrai up Constantia Neck. First time for them, maybe the last time. But it was an amazing experience.
I'm on my way to the airport right now because I'm going to Bali. I'm going to try and settle there for a few months. Over the last 2 weeks, I've been busy sorting out all the admin and stuff to get to Bali. It's been quite a mission. The next 5 days I'll be spending traveling. I'm going to take 31 hours to get to Jakarta, which I will then have to spend 3 nights at, isolating. After we went up Constantia Neck, I went back to town to do a quick COVID test. Just a side note, if you're ever in Cape Town and you need to get a test done with a quick turnaround time, try out the National Health Laboratory Services. They're based in the waterfront in Cape Town and they guarantee a 2-hour turnaround time for basically the same rate that you would pay at most other places. About 1 hour after doing the test, I got the results and I headed for the airport. I arrived at the airport about 4 hours before departure and it took me exactly 4 hours to get through everything. So the days of pitching up 2 hours before departure are long gone. Be sure to arrive early because there's a lot of checkpoints that you need to get through. So I made it through security. I still wanted to vlog everything, but it was so stressful getting through. So I will update you tomorrow. I forgot batteries in my bag, so now they need to remove my bag from the plane so that I can remove it quickly. So never a dull moment. I'm waiting for them to bring my bag and I've got half an hour before the plane takes off. So yeah, not the best way to start the trip. After a rocky start, I finally got onto the plane and flew to Doha. In Doha, because of the limited flight options available to Bali right now, I'd had a 13-hour layover. And spent the whole day in Doha, but finally got back onto the plane and took the 9-hour journey to Jakarta, where I am now. Once you arrive, you'll have to pass through several checks to get through the airport. The first stop was the COVID section where they check your vaccination card as well as your COVID results from the test that you did before departure. Then you'll get a QR code which you'll have to present at the various checkpoints as you pass through the airport. The next step was a PCR test, after which you'll go through another checkpoint where you present your quarantine hotel QR code, and then finally customs where you present all other information such as your visa. Once done, you will collect your bags and then you'll meet up with your hotel representative, and then you'll have to wait 1 to 2 hours to wait for the results of your PCR test before you may leave the airport. So at the moment, the documents that you require in order to get into the country is first of all your visa. The visa company that I used is based in Bali and they assisted me with the entire process. It is supposed to take up to 10 working days, however I got my visa within 5 days and they assisted me throughout the whole process, which was quite easy in the end. Then you'll also need proper medical cover. I made use of a company called Safety Wing with affordable and comprehensive medical cover for most travels. I'll put all the links in the description below. So once you have your visa, you can start with your accommodation and flights. As far as I know, Jakarta is the only place that you can quarantine at the moment. and you have to book accommodation with one of the official quarantine hotels. The quarantine packages are quite reasonable. I booked a 3-day stay at a hotel including 3 meals per day as well as 2 PCR tests and your laundry as well as airport transfer for around 4 million Indonesian rupiah, which comes to around 4,000 South African rand. After 31 hours of travel, I am man down. But finally made it to Jakarta, where I will be under quarantine for the next 3 days. Traveling is hard work right now, but I'm just really happy to be here finally. And I get to sleep. I haven't slept on any of the flights over the past 2 days, so I am officially done. Then you also need to complete what is known as an e-hack. Basically, before departure, it's an application that you download where you upload all your personal information as well as medical information. This again gives you a QR code which you can present to checkpoints when asked for. And yes, that's basically what is required to get into Bali at the moment, or Indonesia. Let's hope the quarantine situation changes in the upcoming weeks. If you have any other questions, please be sure to drop them down in the comments and I'll try to get back to you as best I can. And also, if you're finding this information helpful, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up, as it helps me out a lot. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet done so. Yes, and I'm in Jakarta waiting for my quarantine to end, and then I'll be heading off for Bali. I'm so excited to get there, and yes, I'll take you with.
Okay, finish quarantine.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So after 5 days of travel, I finally made it to Bali. This is my first little villa that I'm staying in. I'll be ending the video here and see you again next time.